We're live. Greetings, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. When last we left our heroes, the murky depths of the sunken city of Rhest, still echoing with the clash of steel and the desperate magic that brought down the Ghost Lord. You emerge from Riderax's submerged lair, leaving behind the shattered remnants of a malevolent lich pirate, and the sorrowful yet defiant songs of the sea elves who honored Killian's sacrifice. Yama, having wrestled free of seaweed tendrils and returned from the brink of unconsciousness, had negotiated Karu's hidden identity with the Tide Sunder, securing a pledge of aid against the looming hobgoblin invasion. Pauly, the teenage marksman, was ushered to rally the crew on the surface and has begun the process required to set a course to escape the Rhest Sea. The defeat of the Ghost Lord, a creature summoned by Yama to end Riderax's reign, has opened a conduit to the Summer Court, hinting at new powerful allies. Now, as the salty air fills your lungs and the familiar creak of the ship's timbers surrounds you, the fate of Brindle weighs heavily. The Red Hand Navy looms, and every decision, every alliance forged, will determine the city's defenses. You stand with a certain number of victory points, a solid start towards a costly victory, but there is still much to be done. What will be your first move in the defense of Brindle? I've brought us back to the seas, sort of the Golden Way here, up north, and you might be able to see, and for everyone playing at home who can't see, or playing whilst on their way to very important things, we are on the 14th day of chess, which sets us sort of 14 days into this arc, this campaign. I've added into the quest log a timeline that gives you a bit of an idea of the things that have happened so far and sort of expected. The Red Hand Navy is expected to land or surround Brindle and make its way through the towns to the west of it, or the islands to the west of it, in about 15-20 days. So you have time. But there are many things to do if you would like to obviously rest up, repair your ship, potentially do a little bit more exploring, and then of course, from Brindle or we can kind of abstract some of these things, pieces to put defenses in place in the town itself to kind of better your chances at saving the people of these islands. Of course, you always have the option to abandon that plan and just take the fight to the Hobgoblin home base. But know that whilst you're doing that, the Red Hand Navy will be slaughtering their way through these islands.
No pressure.
Yeah, choose wisely.
We should definitely repair the ship and then reinforce it too. We're going to keep on putting it into situations.
Yep. We should also
I think especially as we're moving through a bit more uncharted waters around this kind of area where we are currently.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. So of course you can head back to Tiricator, which was the sunken sea elf city, is probably your closest safe haven, so to speak, to repair the ship. Certainly, if the ships could bleed, and this one might be able to actually, it would be bloodied.
Yeah.
She's quite.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's
Sounds
get
good.
the ship repaired.
Excellent. So you make your way back to the sunken city of Tiricator. If you remember, there are kind of some islands and outcroppings and reefs that are kind of surrounding it, but the main bulk of the city itself is, of course, underwater. And it takes you sort of 4 hours to get there, but you sort of arrive in the late morning on the 14th and begin kind of. What does that look like as the ship and the crew kind of set sail? You've gathered up the remnants of Killian's gear that wasn't disintegrated. What are the conversations that happen as the ship is prepared and you all set sail?
I'm sure it's definitely starts off a bit morose with Killian's ultimate sacrifice to get us out of there.
Yeah, Grandpa Yama.
Yeah.
Will I turn to dust when I die?
Oh, that is a long way off. We don't have to think about that now.
Didn't you
Pauly,
say
if
I
you don't.
died like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Yep.
but see, look at you now, and you're not dust, so you're very special.
Was I dust?
No, you became
Will
an
Killian
egg.
come back?
No, it's a little bit of a different situation. I'm sorry, but I don't think he'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah, you were very lucky, and he did that to save all of us too. So we're all very lucky. But unfortunately, Killian is not so lucky this time.
Will I ever stop missing him?
I think it'll get easier, but I don't think we'll ever stop missing him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Timmy, but sorry, Pauly. Timmy and Pauly. But we can talk about him anytime, and all of us will never forget him, which means he's still with us, right?
That's true.
But
He just let me do things. He let me do things that you wouldn't.
Yeah,
That was fun.
I can't believe he took you to that bar.
It wasn't just the bars.
Well, there was lots of stuff, but we don't speak about that, I guess. There was lots of bad influence. Maybe it's a good thing he's gone. No. That's a bad thought.
I mean, hey, we're pirates. We don't have to be completely good influence.
Yeah, but just while you're young, maybe we should be getting to that stuff a little bit later in your life. It's good to
I've already
introduce you
murdered
to
6 people.
I don't think I like that you're keeping track of it, but also maybe that's for the best.
Already gone past 1 hand. Eventually, I'll be over 2 hands. Yay!
Well, let's put that off as long as possible. But you have done a good job, Pauly, and Yama just pats you on the head and shoots maybe a concerned look at Karu, but it's kind of like, you've done well.
Karu's in the background, just swinging the new sword. He's practicing having one in each hand, doing dual sword moves. And he's like, "Wah, yeah, ah, yeah," and then he's like, "What? Huh? What? What are you doing?
Wah, yeah. Yeah, maybe you can take Pauly through some of your sword work too. Let's let's do some exercises as we.
Yeah. Do you want to try Killian's sword?
No, it's okay. I have talent. Talent's my friend.
That's fair. I also didn't want to give you Killian's sword anyway. It's mine now. I was just being nice.
No, Shrimpy would get jealous if I had an offhand sword.
That's fair. I think.
We had conversations. I'm allowed daggers, but that's about it.
Oh, I mean, you had that conversation. It's important.
Shrimpy just makes little bubbling noises, but angry bubbling.
Yep. But it's good that you lead with communication. That is essential to when you have lots of different relationships with lots of
With your
different
weapons,
needs.
yes.
Yes. Well, really, any actually. Communication is key to a healthy set of relationships. So that's good.
I
Good to
miss
hear.
my bad influence. You guys keep giving me good advice.
Yeah, I'm with Karu. Communication is definitely key. Yama like sheds a single tear.
So Karu and Pauly begin to have a little bit of a sparring match. Karu, if I can get you to click that little dice on your screen. Pauly, you rolled a 16 acrobatics. Yama with a 19.
Hell yeah.
And
Which is
Karu with a 19.
shocking. I think Yama's just maybe giving advice and pointers as they're sparring. He's just off to the side.
Yeah. Still weirdly spry, Yama, despite your age. Able to keep up with Karu in the Karu battling. I assume that is taking place in the rigging, on the rail of the ship. Like, none of it's actually on the deck of the ship.
No.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Excellent. So as your ship approaches, the kind of living coral and bioluminescent algae welcomes you back into the hidden realm of Sea Star, also known as Tirikator, Sunken City. The transition from the open sea to the calm, clear waters of the Sunken City is as breathtaking as before, a testament to the sea elves' ancient magics. The ethereal glow of luminescent flora still illuminates the grand structures carved from coral and mother of pearl. Schools of vibrant fish continue to weave through the city's open spaces, and manta rays glide with serene grace through the quiet boulevards. And you recognize sections of the city that bear scars of past war, or perhaps even just a past pub crawl that you went on a couple of nights ago. Overgrown with sea anemones, kelp, etc. But there is a subtle shift in the water, perhaps a faint undercurrent of anticipation. Sea elves are making their move. You see other vessels sort of being tended to. These ones are kind of like half submerged, and their occupants perhaps preparing for new tasks. A lot of fish of burden being used to sort of transport goods around as if people are getting ready. And around the central temple, you can see the Tide Sunder has beaten you here, as it probably took you a lot longer to kind of get here, preparing a ship and so on. And as is sort of talking to the residents and giving commands. The coral gardens seem even more diligently tended, and there is a hive of quiet industry. And there's even sort of a designated kind of mooring area that looks like a bunch of flotsam and jetsam kind of up on the surface that you can kind of like tie your ship to, so you don't have to drop anchor and destroy parts of the city itself. So this return to Sea Star feels different, imbued with the weight of your previous visit and the knowledge of the looming conflict. The city, a sanctuary hidden from the surface world, feels like a place where you can renew your purpose, a haven in the storm of war, but perhaps not for long. Karu, what is it? Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
So Karu's sort of his normal chipper self, it seems. This sort of interaction with his folk and sort of the Tide Sunder and her kind of blood hunter team, has that changed Karu's kind of demeanor at all, or has it just kind of been like as soon as they were kind of out of sight, it's kind of like no, back to normal Karu? What kind of vibe is he giving off?
Yeah, I think Karu is about the same as normal. I think he He's very much like, nope, we solved that. Like, they're not going to bother me for at least another day.
Tomorrow's problem.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm just like, I don't think too hard about it. Like that's his head. That's his headspace. It's just like, yeah. He honestly thought he was going to die down in the lich battle, so he's kind of not prepared for being alive. So I think he's just really excited that he's alive, and that's why he's just doing lots of like sword drills and, you know, sparring with Pauly. And I think but I do think he maybe is keeping an eye on Tide Sunder and the rest of them, because like he knows that he's in trouble with the church, but he's kind of like, I don't know, he's just basically keeping an eye on them. So maybe he's a little more jumpy than usual, but he disguises it with his like carefree like attitude.
Yeah. Good. All right. So you spend, I assume it would take a couple of hours, obviously, of working on the ship.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe we can like find a shipwright to help us.
What?
Finding a shipwright to help you.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think there's certainly some shipwrights in town. Probably not super knowledgeable of your ship specifically. They're more work on submersibles and things like that. But these are a seagoing people, so I think that there'll certainly be a lot of knowledge. They end up having to. They don't have a lot of ready-made, timber to just like make new planks. So you end up getting a lot of almost like a ceramic, or like it's almost like a secretion from some kind of mollusk that they're able to kind of patch up. And so your ship's almost got like a kintsugi kind of vibe to it, where they've had to take existing planks and kind of seal them back together, and the cracks are still there rather than replacing whole planks.
I like it.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, well, after we repair the ship, I assume we all would like a nap. I don't know. I would definitely like to chill out for a bit. And then where do we want to go next?
I think we definitely need to start heading east. I think Yama's plan, while they're kind of laying low here while the ship is being worked on and stuff, I think he's kind of frantically writing and scribbling letters, a few more brushes with death, kind of at the forefront of his mind. So he's writing to the summer court, who had already, said that they would help him, but I think he's giving more information, like more background, so that even if he's not there, whatever happens in the future, they'll still help. He writes a letter to his son that he hopes might get through. I think he might send the same letter a few different ways. I will send that to you later, Dan, once I write it. But it is happening. But yeah, I think he's just kind of sorry.
That's right. Keep going. Sorry.
I think he's just shoring up what they already have, almost, so that it can function without him, basically.
Yeah. Should we contact the pirate lords? See if they want to come help out? Get rid of the red hand?
I love that idea. Yeah, let's do it. We met so many of them at BootyCon. I'm sure Captain Pauly was schmoozing and has made a lot of friends.
The previous Captain Pauly.
Yes, exactly. The 1.0.
Ratty can help anyway.
Oh yeah, Ratty and Nesbit can get in a trench coat and be Pauly again.
So I have a couple of ways we can do this. I have a bunch of missions that you guys can kind of do in a more like a skill challenge, or just like we can kind of narratively how you handle this kind of way, and there will be some costs, not some time costs, as well as potential gold costs and things like that as well, right? So we can go through and yeah, if you are successful, then we'll add sort of victory points onto the tracker. So this will be more of a kind of narrative and story driven sort of section. I'm not going to have you, and I certainly don't have maps for you to get into fights with the pirate lords and things like that, but we can certainly start there, or start with the riding to the summer court. I think, yeah, what do you want to start with, effectively?
We'll start with the summer court, but then after we do the pirate ship. That way we can give Dan a time before I just
easy one. Yeah. Well, I think in Yama's mind, and exactly like Timmy said, like the summer court, to our knowledge, are mostly locked down. We're just kind of letting them know that, hey, we got rid of the lich. You should be able to access the realm now, please, and we beg, kind of vibe. So let's start there.
So yeah, you how do you get a note to the Summer Fae?
Let's see what he's got up his arsenal.
I thought you were going to say arse.
You've all had
I left it hanging there.
Also, I'll advance time as well, another 8 hours, which puts us on the 15th of chess. So another day has gone. It's sort of the early morning, a little bit after midnight, and you have all had a long rest. I will say as well, you have all leveled up after that incredible battle.
Shit!
I probably should have said that before
Do
the
I
session
also
started. So you could have made your choices and so
prepared.
Forth.
Do I also lose my 1 level of exhaustion? I think that was from the lich.
Yes, we'll say yes.
Yeah, not sure if that was like a magical.
Ooh, actually,
until death.
I think because you broke the geese, that was the level of the exhaustion. So
yes, it was definitely from the lich.
What I'll have you do is give me a charisma saving throw, Yama, to kind of try and break through it, and through your morning prayers or your kind of nighttime meditation and tea ceremony, to kind of throw off this cosmic funk that the lich has sort of branded you with.
It's the plus 11. How could I fuck this up? Oh my god, it's a 17. I rolled a 6.
Let me check what the lich's bloody DC
It's
was.
a tweener. Why couldn't I just roll well?
I don't think that's going to be enough. This Ghost Lord was a pretty powerful guy. So at least for the first day, if you want to roll a couple of times now, and I need you to hit or crack a 20, and then we'll know how many days this kind of follows you for. Because you'll shake it off eventually, but like I think
Okay, so on the next day, he's fine with a 23.
Okay, yeah. So just this first day. While you're riding to the summer court, I guess it's just you've got this like twinge of, maybe I should resurrect that lich somehow.
I think it might also kind of. It might also present as maybe a bit of like depression, Maybe it's Killian on the mind. Maybe it's being back in this kind of like party town, and the juxtaposition of just like his mood versus the sea elves' mood just kind of looks a little bit too extreme,
Yeah.
But yes, he's writing his letter to the Summer Court Fae, and I think the way that he's doing that is, I think it's like his crown. He's plucking some petals off this Fae crown that's not like 100% visible in this realm. I don't know if there's a way that he can like, burn it, set it on the fire, some kind of like voodoo ritual.
Sure. Yeah. No, I love this.
Sweet.
So, do you burn
maybe
it?
Some help from Karu.
Like I'm imagining you're burning it like with the little tea candle you use to like boil your cup of tea, or or boil your pot or whatever.
It's like his little camping setup.
Yeah. I'll give you the response now, but it probably comes like with the next dawn or something, right? Like, so it probably comes a day from now, but I'll read it to you now. You and I think you receive it as you're like having your morning tea one morning.
Oops.
He's doing his morning ablutions.
Yeah, and you realize like you're looking down into the remaining tea leaves in your cup or in your bowl, and they are forming words as you read them. And like, it's not that the tea leaves are moving; it's just like as the sun is coming up and the sunrise is kind of dappling on them. It's almost like the shadows seem to change to make the words change, just kind of as you're looking at. To my dear Yama, champion of the light, from Oberon, king of the summer court, lord of light and life. Date by the dawn dew of the third day following your plea. My old friend, it has been too long since our paths intertwined at the gala, far too long, yet even across the veil the echoes of your struggle reached my ears, a discordant note in the harmony of the world. Your missive, carried on the wings of a true wind, speaks of a darkness encroaching upon the mortal realm, a blight that threatens to extinguish the vibrant flame of your people. Know this, Yama, the summer court does not lightly interfere with the trials of mortals. Your world has its own seasons, its own conflicts, its own dance of growth and decay. However, the presence of the Ghost Lord, a being of such foul necromantic taint, was an abomination, a festering wound upon the very fabric of existence. Its destruction, a deed for which you and your companions carry great honor, has indeed thinned the veil between our realms. Because of this, and because of the ancient kinship that bind us on the dance floor, I shall extend my hand. The warmth of summer shall touch your shores, but it will not be without consequence, nor without its own terms. My favored envoy, Lady Alara of the Whispering Groves, shall seek you out. She bears my words and the terms of our aid. She is swift, and her arrival will precede the deeper shadows of this coming tide. She will require a token of good faith, a testament to the purity of your intent and the urgency of your need. Let it be something of enduring beauty, something that reflects the life you seek to protect. Be warned, old friend, the summer court's power is a double-edged blade. It brings forth life, but it can also burn. Be prepared to receive and to give, for the balance must ever be maintained. The light of summer guides your path. Oberon.
Oh, that was a cool letter.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, Katie, you're so yellow right now.
What the hell?
It's the summer court! It has come and has burned Katie away!
It switched, it just randomly switched my camera.
To yellow?
To the snap camera. What the hell?
Get you back. That's all good.
I wasn't looking. I was busy leveling up.
Oh, I forgot about the level up already.
And I looked up and I was like, why am I yellow?
I've got like 3 or 4 level ups to do now.
Oh boy.
I haven't been able to do it the last couple of weeks.
Because of the battle, the deep, intense battle.
And then me having to go to work sometimes.
How dare.
So I like to think that as Yama is writing this note, Karu is meditating next to him, legs crossed. I think this is a thing that Karu does a lot. And then just out of nowhere, I think it just times beautifully that as Yama finishes writing his letter, Karu just opens his eyes and he's just ah! He just screams. And then he looks over at Yama and he's like, I'm even more powerful than I was a mere second ago. when we find your brother, he's fucked. That's all I'm going to say.
What?
And in fact, Karu,
what are you talking about? You can't just...
Karu, you
One second,
have
Pauly
a sense of where that brother is. You marked him, and you know that he is to the west.
Yeah. So this is the thing. So Karu's like, you know how I branded your brother? You remember that? Well,
I remember you saying that.
He's to the west right now, but also that brand just got more powerful. If he tries to run, he's fucked. In a meta way, I now have a brand of tethering, which like means he can't dash, and if he tries to teleport or leave the plane, he has to succeed a wisdom save or else he fails.
All right, sick.
I was like, that's cool. Finally, the blood hunter gave me something.
I like to think that may become because... Oh, sorry, you go, Pauly.
Yeah. Pauly was like imitating Karu, like pretending to meditate, then just absolutely fell asleep. So then when Karu went, Pauly just screamed as well because he was like, whoa, whoa. Just kind of woke up. That's it.
Nice. Pauly, did you get more powerful too? Because that's why I screamed. Just say
yeah, no, this is my voice now. I'm basically a man.
Sick.
Oh yeah, I think I can see your chest hair there.
Yeah, I can see a little bit more in your mo from before.
Yeah, there's like three or four like really prominent feathers.
Yep.
I mean, that makes sense.
The mullet's starting to come out. The mullet's starting to come out now a bit.
Beautiful mullet.
I mean, if that aligns with pushing you into 9th level, you've just re-unlocked panache. So that makes sense that your hair is getting more magnificent and is becoming more the center of attention.
Absolutely.
Love it.
I like to think that because the Ghost Lord was able to teleport and appear and disappear and was like this kind of powerful mage, Karu was just like, oh no, I have to start dealing with teleporty guys. I need a way to do that. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. He's like, I gotta meditate on this shit. I reckon this branding thing can do something.
Yeah.
And then I like it.
Very cool. Excellent. All right. So you have you have secured the summer court. At you know it will cost you something beautiful. Though you don't quite know what that is yet, but ultimately you will get their help. But like everything with the Fae, you know...
Better not be my mullet.
Not again. Wait, your life is just really cyclical? Like you keep losing it, go back into the Feywild, get it back, die, reborn.
Loses it again.
Yeah.
It's the same fairy who's like, just give me the fucking mullet.
Yeah, the elves are going to show up and just be like, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I will have nothing else. Very good.
Take my life, but leave my corpse to mullet.
Anything but the mullet.
So that takes a couple of days. We'll say at least a day passes for you to kind of go back and forth with that. But the summer court can kind of reach you anywhere. During this time, I assume you're kind of headed towards Brindle itself. By the details you have from the Red Hand's maps and battle plans, you know that they're probably past Drellin's Ferry by now and making their way to a town called Terrelton, which is sort of a small dusty village on an island that mostly is all about sort of livestock and fishing and tanneries. Not a huge place, pretty small, but in the grand scheme of things, still plenty of people. But they were probably warned, or mostly warned, by the people who fled Drellin's Ferry when you first helped with that. So, so the Red Hand is probably making their way through. The other things you have up your sleeve are, of course, the Skull Gorge Bridge you did destroy, which is going to delay their supply lines, which makes it harder for them. You cleared Vrath Keep and killed Wormlord Koth, which is obviously weakens their kind of front line. You evacuated and set traps at Drellin's Ferry, and of course you recruited sea giants as well. Yeah.
We've done pretty good so far.
It sounds great.
I will tell you now, I have essentially like a couple of different outcomes. I won't tell you what the cost of those are, but you're sitting on about 9 victory points currently.
Hell yeah.
And your essentially options are a Pyrrhic loss, which is Brindle burns, thousands die. You guys will likely get out, and you can still defeat the leadership structure, but it is, this area of the islands will be shattered. The next tier up is Brindle survives, but at great cost, heavy civilian losses, ruined fleets, and diminished morale. Above that is a solid victory. Brindle holds, the enemy navy is shattered, and only scattered red hand warbands remain. And then, of course, if you get the highest tier, which is Glorious Triumph, Brindle not only survives, but becomes a rallying symbol across the sea. The red hand navy is broken beyond recovery, and you are remembered as saviors of the Isles. So I'm not going to tell you how many points you need for each of those tiers, but I'll tell you now there are kind of 4 tiers of success or failure. And it'll be up to you to kind of...
Yeah, and you already said we're a costly victory already, right?
No, I've just said that you are at 9 victory points.
Okay.
So maybe you can spend some time if you wanted to. We can do some skill checks or something like that to kind of get a better read of where you're at. Maybe someone with some military history or something would be able to kind of make those kind of calculations. But
Yama.
Other than that, it's certainly a best guess. Or you can just spend your time trying to accrue more help. But of course, some of this help will come with costs. So it'll be a balance of, do you want to pay those costs for that potential upside? You mentioned reaching out to the
Pirate Lords.
The Pirate Lords. What do you send to the Pirate Lords? What kind of missive do you send, and how?
Yeah, let's get Pauly and his crayons out around the map table as we basically shoot the shit and troubleshoot what we're going to send to these pirate lords. Because Pauly, even though he's a teenager, is probably still the most pirate of all of us.
It's like ingrained into me.
Yeah, 100%. Literally, he was born with this way. Born and reborn.
So what kind of messaging do you send them, Pauly? What or is it all crayon? Is it just like crayon drawings, or is it like an actual letter? What does that look like?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be like, I mean, I don't know. Would young Pauly know the pirate code?
Who's taught it to him?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I mean, I feel like you could definitely do like a call to war. You know what I mean? Like, because, but maybe maybe we write a note to them all. Just like a general note that we send out.
Mm-hmm.
And we can definitely like translate what Pauly wants. Like Karu and Yama both have like that military background. Like if you want a call to action, Pauly, we could.
Yeah, maybe we get like we get the pirate lords to harry the navy. So if they see ships that are by themselves, to take them out, just to like whittle them down, guerrilla warfare style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we almost like tell them like, hey, these guys are coming at the locals. This is the lifeblood of the Isles that they're coming after now. They're changing our way of life.
We mentioned that Brindle has one of the breast brothels in all the islands. I think it's important.
Yes, good. Okay,
Lead
we can mention the the bar experience that you had in the underwater city as well.
Yep.
And how the
That's
sea
important.
elves, they're our people. You know,
We got to start
we
the
must protect them.
letter. We got to start the letter to like to my deceitful, hideous, vain and evil pirate lords. Like just
Mhm.
all of the obscenities, or nothing nice. Otherwise, they'll know it's not from another pirate.
Yama's like writing this, and he's like, "Oh, but you know, we could say something like one thing nice or something.
No,
You
no,
don't
no, no, no,
have
no,
to
no,
call
no, no,
them
no.
blood sucking
We call them
heathens."
vain. We call them vain.
Okay.
They'll understand. That's
Okay.
polite to a
Okay.
pirate.
I like this. This is fun. Karu's like helping with the swear words.
Yeah. Karu takes over for the nasty bits.
Pauly has like another piece of paper and crayons that's set aside for once he didn't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Pauly learned some like sea elvish swear words, I reckon.
All right, I love this.
Yeah, I would like at least 20 to 30 different weird insults that we put before we even start the actual letter.
Oh no.
Do we get a bonus for the amount of insults?
Yeah, and can we not use my die? Oh god.
Oh, can we not use mine either? That was a 1.
You still got more than me, even though you rolled a nat 1.
So
Dang.
Yama
was a
and Karu,
check,
I
that's
think,
charisma.
are maybe not as helpful as you would like, or
We're holding you back.
they are holding you back.
Karu keeps giving you elvish swear words, which means it's illegible to people who don't speak sea elvish, and Yama keeps making it too polite.
Yeah, Yama keeps like trying to take out all of the sweat.
Yeah. Or like
using words like please and thank you.
Yeah, you're like contradicting, like there's like, it'd be upon you, scallywags, and Yama's like, or distinguished guests and gentlemen. Like it's just like
And like, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Complete contradictions.
I love that. You over the course of a day or a couple of days, you start to get responses. In particular, they're all dropped off in different ways. Like sometimes one time you get a response. Mostly just swearing and name calling, like kind of projected into your mind by the sending spell.
Oh, they're totally in. Yep.
Essentially, like once you piece them all together, the vibe you get back is like a bunch of you wake up one morning and there's just like a pile of dead fish on your ship. In the afternoon one time you go to bed for an afternoon nap and you wake up completely naked, like someone's come in and just stolen all of your clothes. And like
There could also be like a dismembered hand, just like in the middle finger position, just like on the fucking the ship helm.
Yeah, and each of these messages has like one or two words that you end up putting together, and eventually you get they will help. They will make a pact with you to help, but it will cost 2,000 gold up front, and they get plunder rights for any and all ships that in the area
That they themselves take. Okay, that's how it goes.
Yeah,
They've got to take it themselves. I mean, I think that's pretty fair.
I don't have 2,000
I think
gold.
that's fine.
Do we have 2,000 gold?
The ship totally has money.
Yeah, the ship has like lots of money.
Pauly had like 4,000 gold or something.
Okay. I don't see a problem with that then.
that sounds about right. I remember you guys did get a bunch of money that was intended for mercenaries.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
the
do
dwarves
that.
or something, right?
The problem is Killian was our treasurer.
Yeah, I was going to say Killian's our fucking quartermaster.
We need a new one? Oh no.
So
Not.
I just realized that only his magical items wouldn't have been disintegrated. So say goodbye to 94 platinum and 1,418 gold that was on his person.
Oh no.
Thanks, Killian.
God damn
God
it.
damn it, Killian. What a hoarder.
I know, right? I have 528 gold. That's all I have.
I have 345. How do you have 500?
Oh, I don't know how to. I never spend it. That's my problem.
Oh, yeah. No,
Pauly only ever spent it on you guys.
Oh,
Yeah, you always were buying us stuff and then throwing your copper at random people.
Yeah, there might be. He might have left a bunch of other stuff elsewhere. I'm not really sure how he separated. Oh, the ship's gold. I think the ship has 3,000 gold.
Like 30.
And an extra 10 platinum.
cool.
Because we were putting like 30% of our money into the ship's coffers.
It was a lot. Every time we got a big payday and you were like, we'll put that into the ship, I was like, my heart went like.
No, we needed it. You know what I mean? Like the ship. We got to pay the staff.
No, it's good. But
Pauly definitely had money too. Like he definitely did. It would have been like 2,000 or 4,000. It was a bit of gold.
Potentially. Let me double check. Old Pauly had 3,500. In fact, maybe we've been using old Pauly as the ship's gold. Because that seems to line up with
No, I always had a lot of money.
Yeah.
I never spent anything really, other than on the crewmates, crew members. That's it.
Yeah. So in total, Pauly had about 5,000 gold all up.
Yeah.
In just pure currency. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So do you want to spend 2,000 of that and just accept the terms of the pirates?
Yep. Are you guys cool with that? I think it's a smart idea.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent. So you judge that the Corsairs are going to be the equivalent of, we'll say, 2 victory points. Corsairs.
Well, yeah. So they're gonna harry the navy, but then also be there for the final fight.
They're mostly going to harry the supply lines. They're not really a stand and fight kind of group, but they will any vessels that kind of like stray or search or are being used in supply for the siege.
Scouts.
Yeah, they will go in and harry them and make life difficult. And they will also not because you've accepted their terms. They're like, good call, because we were about to go.
And flip side.
go and offer the same offer to the Red Hand. Now we don't need to.
Hell yeah!
Excellent.
Hells yeah, love it.
So 11 points. What would you like to do next? I've got some ideas here. If you guys are spinning your wheels and need ideas, but I want you to come up with them first. If you've got some.
I'd love.
Do we want to?
Go for it, Timmy.
No, that's fine. Go.
I was going to say I'd love to go past the Starforge. I'd love to have a conversation with Karu about that third sword that he's wielding.
What, the one that I put between my butt cheeks? Yes, that
I was about to say that.
If that's what you've been doing, then yes, we need to.
I mean, it's funny because he has 2 spare tentacles that could hold the sword, but he's obviously just
Go with the butt cheeks.
Yeah, no, it's my +1 scimitar is in my butt cheek now. It's been downgraded or upgraded depending on your preferences.
Absolutely upgraded. The best part is too, it's the blunt side of it's not being held by the handle because it's a scimitar. It's the blunt side of the scimitar that's holding it, like the curvature of the cheeks.
Yep.
I thought you were sticking the handle up your butt. And it was sticking out like a tail.
I mean, that is a way. But I find it's a little difficult to control that way. And also,
this is like one of those how do horses wear pants things.
Yeah. I've experimented. I will say the up the butt handle thing is just it's very distracting.
God damn it.
Yeah, for your harem who are supposed to be fighting, they all get excited thinking it's playtime.
Yeah, it's too. Yeah, I got to put it. It's got to be a blade between the cheeks.
Handle between the cheeks.
Cheeks.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I think it should be like a scimitar butt cheek mohawk. Like like the
You
flat
don't
side
get much
should be.
reach that way.
No,
but
you got
it's not about the reach. It's about how far they can twerk.
Yeah, this is why I get up close and personal. This is the whole point.
This
Correct.
is where the dexterity comes in.
This is why I back it up in fights all the time.
Correct.
There's a blade coming out of my butt.
That's why. Sure.
This is the real reason.
I cannot wait for Dan's AI script to understand AI. Like scimitar butt cheek mohawk. That'd be a good one for that to explain.
I'm excited for the artwork. It's gonna be flawless, I'm sure. It always knows where to put Karu's tentacles.
Up the butt.
All over Yama and Pauly.
Yeah.
God damn it. Pauly's underage.
Yeah, it's just Yama at the moment. Wait, no,
Not
Yama's my
anymore.
dad. Can't do that.
So did you? Because you mentioned the Starforge. So getting us back on track. You wanted to try and go to the Starforge. Is that right, Yama?
Yeah, I think I'd like to do a little bit more cartography, snooping, maybe a little bit of reconnaissance with the pirate lords in our messaging, sleuthing basically for the Starforge. We had an idea of the shape of the island, and Karu and I had a spot on the map that we just felt was right based on the description.
It's kind of right where we are too, like on the other side of that whirlpool.
Exactly.
You want to ping that?
Yeah, that was kind of my thoughts too. How do I ping? But yes, where Katie and my cursors are.
Okay, around there.
There we go.
Yeah. Hey, how'd you do that?
Supposed to just hold. Click and hold.
Oh,
Oh, yours is purple. God damn.
nice. Wee. I'll never stop pinging now.
This is like the mirror board.
Yes.
Dan's in the BBEG like monologue, and you're like, ping.
That's fair. I mean, I think Katie's done plenty of monologues when I'm in the player chair, and I've just started like drawing lions on the background, so it would be my comeuppance for sure. So, yeah, do you want to give me a cartography check, Yama? And then perhaps, do you just want to start moving La Floridita in random directions and seeing what you discover?
No, we'll do a cartography to narrow it down. But
what ideas did you have, Dan? Because maybe we can, kill two birds with one stone. So if something's on the way to where the Starforge is, we can also do that.
Well, with a 16, yeah. So the ideas that I had were sending out scouts to try and sort of stealth and sabotage strike any shipyards that they still have in Drellin's Ferry or any other place they've taken over.
Yes.
Sending a missive or sending people to convince the Hammerfist dwarves to help fortify Brindle and negotiate on the mercenary contract that you guys stole the money from to try and pay them so that they'll turn up. Reaching out to any monasteries of the Golden Guardians to see if they'll help with the fight. Potentially seeing if you can kind of undo any kind of spy networks that the Red Hand have that is like helping them. Kate, I have one in here that I think you and I discussed that I won't mention just yet. Or no, or did you already mention it, that you're trying to write a letter?
Oh yes, I'm definitely if the group ask and we were all hanging around writing the letter to the pirate lords, and maybe Yama's writing this at the same time, but he's definitely writing a letter to his son, and I think it's a bit emotional for him. It's kind of like a last chance for him, almost like he feels like he's come so close to death so many times, but he's basically going to make one last like emotional appeal.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Do you? So I think you probably need to pay smugglers about 500 gold to kind of
To
for
get
anyone to
that
even
out.
risk carrying this message deep into the Red Hands Navy and Heartland. And are you asking to kind of meet him on neutral ground, to have a discussion like face to face, or is it just purely a renown? Are you trying to get everything across in the letter?
Look, I don't think it's a hey, meet me. No, you know what? It totally is. It's a hey, meet
That's so
me
cool.
on neutral ground. My first thought, and maybe this is Yama's thought as he's writing it, is he's just gonna get blindsided, right? Like he's thinking it's gonna be this like one-on-one chance to chat, but maybe it's an ambush in the end. And I think he's kind of going backwards and forwards as he's writing this letter, and trying to invite his son to this meeting. And I think in the end he's just like, look, I've got to risk it. I'll appeal to, the nostalgia, his upbringing, any kind of emotional attachment that he has.
While you're are you asking the crew about what you should say or no?
Yeah, I think this is while they're spitballing these pirate lord letters as well. Like I think Yama, maybe we get the letters done for the pirate lords, and then Yama's kind of gone a little bit quiet on the side, and you guys are absolutely welcome to ask, like, what the hell's he doing? But he's definitely like, hey, what if we, met these guys on this island? Yeah, tell me.
RP question. Hey, Yama.
Yeah.
Do hobgoblins have both mums and dads?
Yeah.
Who was the mum for your son?
Are you asking me how babies are made? I don't.
No, I understand that. I understand how they're made. Killian explained it to me. You get drunk, and then one comes out of your butt. But look, that doesn't matter. What I want to know is.
Okay, we'll circle back to that.
Who's the mum?
Tempera's mom was this amazing, very strong, beautiful, she was gorgeous Amazon warrior who I met in battle. Things were, it was love at first sight. Things were heated and we didn't get along well, but we just fought so well together. Every battle that we took on together as a pair, we won. We couldn't be beaten when it was, we had our backs to each other. Yeah. Her name was...
Oh my god, I can't wait for this. What food is it?
I was going to say Francine, and I was like, that's not a hobgoblin name.
Kakiage.
Amazonian. Yeah. Should be like
udon.
What's the what's that Brazilian barbecue called again?
Shakshuka or something?
No. Because there's actually a name for Brazilian barbecue, because that'd be perfect if she's like an Amazonian woman,
You know what? Her name is Kima.
Kima?
Yeah, her name was Kima, and she was beautiful.
She was a curry.
Where's Kima now?
This is a part of the issue. She passed away, and when I was basically useless with her loss, and I lost her during the battle where everything changed for me. My brother was the one to step in and look after Tempura. He was the only one who was there for him, and it's completely my fault that all of this is happening to Tempe. And it's the reason why I can't give up on him. But yeah, unfortunately,
well, then we can't give up on Tempe now.
Well, Exactly. You're right. You're right. I need to trust and believe that he will come to meet me and we can, speak one last time, and even if we still don't understand, I have to be sure in my heart that he won't.
Maybe you can say it like, on the honor of Kima. That's why you're going. The love, the mutual love that you two share for Kima.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say that I know.
I'm very emotionally available for a teenager, by the way, guys.
100%.
Emotionally intelligent. That's
You're
all I'm
crushing it. This teenager is gonna go far. But yeah, I think that's a great point, Pauly. I think I will, I'm gonna acknowledge that I did wrong, that I wasn't there for him when he needed me, and this is me trying to be there for him now. And let's, maybe we could meet him somewhere just to the west of Brindle.
Maybe on the way to the Soul Forge, if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well,
and then one more idea of yours too, Dan, that I loved, the scouting thing. Can we maybe send off like Ruddy, Nesbit, and maybe some of the harem to go scouting? And then harry the ships.
I actually kind of like that as something Karu would maybe go do or be a part of.
Yeah,
because like his whole shtick in the army was in the military was going out and sabotaging other ships via like stealth missions.
And then maybe Yama and Pauly can go towards the Soul Forge. I know we're splitting the fucking party up, but we can go towards the Soul Forge because Pauly. I mean, older Pauly wanted to go there too to get talent upgraded.
Well, why don't we meet with Tempera after we've all joined back up again at the end?
Sure.
Yeah. I like it.
Maybe we have like a set. What was it? You said it was the 15th today? Yeah.
I think as these have been going on, it's kind of like the 17th now because I've been adding time for each of these sort of things you've been doing. Yeah.
Sweet. I haven't got anything written down. Obviously, still driving.
That's right. Yeah, of course. No, that's fine. I think like some of this is you sail for a bit and then send out these letters and stuff like that. So it's all kind of a bit up in the air. Ultimately, you're heading towards that the city of Brindle, and then potentially going to get there and also like help dig in or you could send out small parties. It's not really splitting the party because it's more like a narrative. Like some of you go out and go do that thing and then come back, right? And that takes 3 days. But I'm probably not going to let you go. Oh well, we're actually going to do 5 things at once because there's 5 of us going separate ways. You know what I mean?
No.
Like each thing is going to have like a time cost to it, and it's going to but narratively, you can split
into 2.
Well, narratively, you can have split up, but I think like on a whole, like you've all kind of done this, or like you're all helping out with that mission in some way.
Sure.
Yeah.
I still like both ideas. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, you can keep trying to do ideas until effectively you run out of time, right? Yama, with your cartography of 16, if we just go back to that, you're pretty sure that yes, the Star Forge is near here, and is on sort of like a star-shaped island nearby. Now you've passed this sort of like lagoon already. You got a little bit of a look at it, and it's not quite. Now that you've like had a bit more time with your maps and so on, you've kind of gone, okay, yep, close. I think I've got the right area of the sea, but it was not that island in particular. And so, with just a 16, I think you'll need a little bit more searching. Or you can obviously just spend time to search if you want to move the ship around and make some exploration requests.
Well, I think maybe let's try and tie two things into one. Tempura has a fucking dragon. So let's say, we are able to smuggle this letter out for 500 gold pieces.
Yep.
Am
I taking that off Pauly's thing again? Old Pauly's?
Well, if Pauly's able to pay, are you sure?
Money.
Okay. Well, we're using Pauly's money. Daddy Pauly.
Yeah.
So if Yama's able to smuggle this letter out, and maybe part of that is with Karu doing his stealthy movements, I think.
Sadly, guys, I've got to go. I love you all.
Yep. No worries,
Have fun at
Have
work,
fun.
Timmy.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, maybe as we kind of continue to move east, and we do meet up with Tempura, he might beseech him to hey, have you seen a star-shaped island nearby? And might try and convince him as well. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't really want to waste time on trying to find the Star Forge by just
moving in random directions.
Yeah, I don't know. How do you feel about that, Katie?
Yeah, I'm the same. I think the main reason for the Star Forge was we could get maybe more powerful weapons, I think.
Yeah, I think that's just what we assumed.
It was a more Killian kind of, I know Killian really wanted to go. So I would rather we try something more I'd rather us either get more allies or more reinforcements or something than a weapon, potentially. Especially since we don't know where it is.
Yeah, I think that's going to have a bigger effect. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think if we happen to come across it as we move further east, cool. If not, we're going to focus on allies. And I don't think that Yama might bring this up with Tempura unless it's the conversation's going really well, because he doesn't want to put any more stress on that relationship.
Well, do you want to start moving, since you are the navigator, do you want to start moving hex by hex the ship to Brindle? Now, Brindle is in that far east. I think you might be able to see the notes there's a couple of books here, and then there's a city one to the far east. So that's that castle one is Brindle. Remember, moving close to shore is typically faster. Moving in deeper ocean takes longer. But you also have little ways to speed up your ship. I know you have. Well, actually, you had a spellcaster who could juice your ship to fly for short periods of time. Yeah, I mean you could probably still do that. You have spell slots, but
I have something that lets me find shortcuts.
Ooh, yeah.
And I thought we had something that kind of let us maybe that's what I'm thinking of, the flying thing, where it would let us kind of island hop.
Yeah, so if there's an island in your path, rather than going around, you can certainly go over it with the I think it's the Raven figurine or something from Sorn.
Map of shortcuts is at rank 3. I think I'm only rank 1 in my cartography. I don't know how to look.
Interesting. I think with the level up, you'd probably be rank 2 at least by now. Because I think you have been doing a lot of cool navigation stuff.
It has been fun. All right. Well, that's awesome. I'll make a note of that somewhere. But yes. Okay. So I am moving us due east. Ticka.
Also, just FYI, I put a very important picture in the chat.
Oh, I'll stop the game and go look at that.
Not what I meant. When you have time.
Oh, wow. Very good.
Oh my god, that's excellent.
How does he wear it?
Yeah.
I still vote for the second one.
That's gonna be behind the paywall. You're gonna need to be.
Oh, there's another island up there.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, what's
Okay.
that? Slithery
Yeah.
snake island.
I like it.
So
It's
as
not
you
shiny.
as you're heading sort of southeast, you do spot sort of on the horizon, red hand flags and ships and banners to the southeast.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Are we avoiding? I think we should be avoiding.
I think we should avoid, unless you want the stealth crew to go and sabotage.
I think definitely the stealth crew, and if not the stealth crew, maybe the stealth crew should be a bit more like discerning in their targets. But maybe we could start reporting ship locations to the pirate lords.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, if they're like, because we're giving them like looting rights, right? So we should be just like, hey, there's some treasure over here.
There's a fancy looking ship in this location.
Yep. I think we should risk it.
Do you want to give me another cartography check, please, Yama?
Cartography, pray for good juju. Oh, thank God. It's a 23. 22.
Ooh, interesting. I will. Excellent roll.
Yay.
Let's expand your vision range.
Ooh.
That anything?
Nope. Nothing changed.
Good.
I know. Move back into it. Requesting permission from yourself.
That's right. Let me undo those hours so I don't.
Oh yeah, please. We're like, Dylan, friggin' what's the town? Oh my god, I just had a mind blank, but they've gone to war without us.
What's this?
Too many settings.
There's so many settings. Oh. Let me just move this. 8 hours. So through your everything, you spot to your northwest.
Oh, it's the forge. Yes.
Looks like the island.
Well, let's take a little potty break on the island. Yes. Amazing.
Um,
But are you going to go back there, or do you want to continue on?
Well, I'd like to put it to Katie, basically, on a meta level. What I was thinking was we now have so many swords. I was thinking that we could maybe the Starforge might allow us to like consider combining some of them and so like increasing the power on
Mush them
both
all
our
together.
swords
Yeah,
in some way. Yeah.
I'm
that was
into
kind
asking. Yeah.
Yeah, because like we have so many swords and can't. You have that many arms. I don't have that many arms.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I have these tentacles. Huh. I could carry 2 more swords.
Give me one of your swords.
No. They're all mine.
So yeah, you see on the horizon what appears to be kind of a big caldera or almost like a volcano that's kind of rising up. And from sea level, I don't think you can kind of see what's on top of it, or obviously like in the caldera itself. But as you're sailing past, making your astral navigation, you're consulting your astral charts and consulting your maps. This appears to be the famed location, the lost location of the Starforge. And in fact, you do see circling around up in the sky, and this is maybe what draws your attention to it in part, is you can kind of see right in the sky. It's very tiny from this distance. What appears to be perhaps a dragon in the sky.
Heck.
What? As in a bad dragon?
It doesn't seem to know. I mean, you're so far away from this thing. It does not seem to be attending to you at all. It seems to be circling around, almost like a buzzard would circle around a carcass. Like up in the sky, but up and above the Starforge itself.
So they might have been here ahead of us, almost.
Oh, you think it might be another hobgoblin riding that dragon?
Yeah, maybe reporting back, or maybe about to destroy it or something. I think we should risk it. I'm feeling like risking it.
Yep. I'm not getting a ping of the brother from that dragon. Yeah, cool. Well, it's not your brother, I can tell you that.
It doesn't really put me at ease because a lot of freaking generals and dragons flying around. One might be as bad as another.
Can we discern what color the dragon is, even from this distance?
I can perception check it.
Sure.
I could investigate it.
Sure.
With spyglass or something.
Yes.
17.
Mm-hmm. 14.
So
nice.
Yama, I think you clock that it is a red dragon.
Red.
Karu, you get distracted by the fact that it seems to be moving erratically, and you recognize that kind of movement is the kind of movement of someone who is dodging thrown projectiles. And as you kind of look closer or get a look, there seems to be what look at this distance like small stones being thrown at this dragon. And as you kind of do your mental calculations on the distance and how big this dragon might be, it is giant boulders are being hurled at this dragon as it flies around in the sky.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Can I see the direction the boulders are coming from?
Because it's like higher than you, the top of the caldera. They're coming from either the rim or from inside. It's probably impossible to tell at this angle.
Well, I think, Yama, considering they are trying to basically shoo that dragon away, that if that is a hobgoblin Red Army dragon, they're not welcome.
Yes, which means there are allies inside. Let's go.
Or at least, not allied with red dragons. They might not be allies to us either. They might be, those people who are all like, it doesn't bother us, so we don't get involved, blah, blah, blah.
But they could be enemy of our enemy and maybe help us get a little bit stronger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Still worth asking. And just...
We still have some of Daddy Pauly's money to spend.
We shouldn't spend all of Daddy Pauly's money.
No. Especially not while he's not here.
No.
Yeah, let's go. Can we find our way in?
Mm-hmm. All right, so you start sailing the ship closer, and making your way to the base of what's it called? The volcano, I guess, or whatever this is, kind of rises up. You'll have to obviously continue on foot to be able to kind of get up there. What side do you want to approach from? North, south, east, or west?
I think I'd like to go from the east. How you feeling?
Yep.
From this southeast side. Watch me ping.
Nah. I'm into it.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think so.
It looks like maybe there's like a safe little cove for our ship and that kind of thing. I don't know.
It's a good
Maybe
idea to maybe hide the ship while
hide the ship.
some of us are not there.
Especially if there's a freaking dragon.
I think that dragon's just focusing on trying not to die at the moment.
Ideally.
Mm.
I've obviously thrown all of my plans into disarray, or have you?
Never know with you.
Yeah. Surprise, it's another lich.
No.
Or just, it's another
been
dragon fight.
Too many lich fights already.
Ooh.
So the two of you sort of climb up. We'll say that this thing's pointing north, but your kind of ship's down there, and you sort of make your way up, climbing up. You can see to your north is a massive iron dwelling sporting large doors, furniture, and fixtures. The building is divided into two chambers. From the outside, it's kind of hard to tell, but this is definitely not human-sized dwellings. These dwellings are the size for giants. And as you kind of look through, you can kind of see through. You see a couple of figures in there, and they look very familiar to creatures you have met before. And in fact, you are reminded that when you first learned of the Starforge was in a fire giant's fortress.
That's right. That was a cool fight. Wait, didn't we kill a lot of fire giants?
Maybe we shouldn't lead with that,
So there is you can see smoke coming out of the chimney of this kind of iron shelter, and there appears to be kind of a lot of different metals and things like that heaped in big piles, rusty armor and things like that. And you can clearly make out, as you're kind of cresting the ridge and looking over, two massive figures toiling at a furnace of sorts. Do you sneak closer? Do you run in screaming? What are you doing?
I feel like we just walk in with purpose,
Yeah, let's walk in with a purpose, like we're meant to be there.
And like we can't sneak anyway, because Karu just gestures at Yama as Yama's like jump, 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 jump.
And Yama's like, you just gestured to all of me.
Nice.
Yeah, let's walk in there like, hey, it looks like you might need some help, kind of thing.
I was thinking of walking in there going, hey, I want these swords to be combined to be a mega sword. Do my bidding. But we can try your option. Your option seems more diplomatic.
I think we'll do my option.
Well, okay. One day I will get to be rude and lordly.
When you're a lord.
As you walk closer, your eyes begin to kind of sting a little bit. You can see now into the crater beyond, and if you want to move your camera and maybe zoom out as much as you can, you can see a lake of bubbling water rings an island at the center of this crater, and the water is violently turquoise and radiating acrid vapors. Karu, at your best judgment, obviously the lake itself, so it's actually the lake is actually at the top of this caldera. The lake itself is probably about 10 feet deep along the shore and about 30 feet deep at its deepest. I think as a swimmer you would know that, but the smell you're getting off it is acidic and acrid. This is not just regular water, and in fact, as you get a little bit closer, you sort of have to shy away as you get a breath of it, and it starts to kind of sting your lungs. And you think if you were to get within 100 feet above that water, you would be breathing in like acid vapor. And it's just like steaming up as if like a chimney or a cooling tower. The island itself, you can make out a couple of some fire giants and some salamanders, and at the center of it is definitely what must be the Starforge itself. Archways on the south, east, and west walls vent scorching heat from this high-ceilinged forge chamber. The heat comes from a blazing furnace set in the north wall, and you can kind of just make out an enormous anvil about 30 feet wide and 10 feet tall, dominating the chamber's center. And there is a giant, effectively. You can make out, there's some other figures there, but it's hard to make out at this distance. But mostly you can see a giant kind of working away at this giant anvil. And even bigger than him, some kind of colossal metal man seems to be in a state of construction.
Whoa. That's so cool.
It's a heavily
Wait, they're building that? So cool.
Yeah, it seems to be sort of in progress of being built. It's a heavily armored giant with iron grey skin and yeah, it's bigger than the fire giant itself, and is from this distance, I guess maybe looks like a giant armor, or an even gianter giant, right? That is just there, unmoving. But I would think like part of its plate of armor is maybe missing, and you can just make out some sort of like something mechanical inside, with your little spyglass. You can kind of look over that distance.
Wow, this place is cool.
Yeah, this place is really cool, and I'm super excited to meet these people.
Well, we can't cross that lake though. That lake, bad news. So maybe we should just go to this. Yeah, maybe we should just go to this building here.
Maybe we can ask for some help to get across.
I mean, do we need to get across? I suppose we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Mm.
I'm definitely curious about what they're making.
All right, let's go talk to these guys that we can see.
Yep. So you just sort of barge in, bold as you please.
We maybe like knock on the door as we like step over the threshold.
Hello.
Do they seem angry? Knock, knock, hello.
Hello there.
There's probably sort of the loud clanging of, you know, them working and shoveling stuff into the forge. They're grabbing from the heaped in piles this kind of metal material, gigantic pieces of rusty armor, oversized trinkets that are clearly made for giants, and they're just like shoving them into this furnace and kind of melting down. There's kind of loud hissing of steam, the clanging of metal on metal. And the scrape of a shovel or pieces of metal being dragged out from this pile and kind of thrown into this furnace. You have to kind of raise your voice a little bit or knock very loudly.
Yama's like got his like hand up and he's just kind of like, excuse me. Are they like male? Excuse me, sirs.
Yeah, I think so. These two guys just kind of working away. They kind of they seem to be kind of made out of fire and lava and rock themselves, and they turn to you and are like, "Oh, more slaves! Excellent. We lost the last couple. Get to work.
Nope.
Red one, you look strong and whatnot. You start dragging the coal."
Sorry to interrupt you there, good sir, and interrupting your work. We are not slaves. We've actually come to ask for your help.
They look at you dumbfounded. There's sort of like a weird silence. The only sound, the crackle of the fire in the furnace, and sort of you can almost hear the beads of sweat on Karu and yourself just kind of forming and starting to drop to the ground in this heat.
Well, we thought we might be able to pay you, we are looking for some help with our swords here. And we've heard great stories of your workmanship. And figured this is the place to come for the best of the best from the best. And you are the best.
Right. Well, yes. I mean, Brimskada, she's the best. You've tried the rest. Now
Ooh.
get the best. She's down in the Starforge right now, working on the Colossus. But I didn't. Did you hear if she's taking commissions? I didn't. I didn't hear if she's taking commissions. But what? You don't even know if she's taking commissions? Oh no, I know. I'm just asking you if she's taking commissions. And they kind of start arguing a little bit amongst
she's
themselves.
taking commissions, right?
Yeah, so she's taking commissions. Yeah.
What I heard is she's taking commissions. Would you have a way for us, weak folk, to get down to the Starforge? Is that possible? Could we send a message, perhaps, or is there a ship?
They kind of look at each other, and there's a grin passes across both of their faces, like simultaneously. Oh yeah, we can get you over there, real quick. Express service.
Wait.
Insight check. I don't want to be thrown.
Yeah,
across.
Karu's like, sorry, are you gonna just throw us?
No insight
What are we gonna
required.
do?
You absolutely know that they're planning on throwing you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, usually I'm all for a slingshot move. However, is there another way we could be transported over there?
Perhaps a way where we might
Well, you could
land in
swim.
one piece.
No, not swimming. No. Do we
Um,
look like we could swim through that? Mm-mm. I'm practically drying up standing here because I'm sweating so much.
Oh,
I'm turning redder than I already was.
but no, if you want to get over there, you want to get over there quick, because acid steam no good for soft skins like yourselves.
Yeah, but we don't want to get thrown unless we know we can land safely.
Oh, you don't want to go
Listen.
fast? You don't want to go slow because you breathe in the acid? What do you even want? Do you even want the commission? Yeah, I don't even want it.
Do you always throw your customers across the lake? Is this how you usually treat customers?
They kind of look at each other like, well, that's how the dwarf got over there. Yeah, we threw the dwarf. I mean, he landed safe. We had someone on the other side to catch him. I mean, we'll yell over there for them to catch you.
Okay.
Wait, what dwarf?
Wait, okay. Yeah, no. Yes.
You know,
But if
the
someone's
little,
going to catch us, I'm there
the
for
little
it.
volcano dwarf man, the mini magma man.
Yama's just gonna be like, don't we know that guy?
Do we? Yeah, Kara's like at the same time we look at each other, going, "Do we know that guy?"
Do you want to give me
I think we know that guy.
history check, both of you?
Yes.
I mean, this is like your own personal
yes.
history, but still. That works.
+0 either way. Oh, a 15. Nice.
Ooh,
Oh,
60.
Let me lead you down
I've
this
been
garden
outdone.
path.
I know nothing.
And we'll see like which one of you players remember this first, which will be fun.
Well, remember we were supposed to like save him, and I think we didn't save him.
So
No, I thought we did save him.
So if you're remembering, yeah, the fire giant stronghold that you murdered everyone in.
Yep.
There was
there was a king and a queen or something.
Yep, there was a dwarf in there that you rescued. You never asked him his name. And you're now realizing that you had the name of the guy of the master dwarf, like the master dwarf smith who had been kidnapped by the fire giants. But you never asked the name of the dwarf you freed. And you realize now as well, the dwarf you freed wasn't a prisoner. It wasn't like locked away. He was just in a room. And so maybe wasn't a prisoner at all. And the dwarf you learned about in the writings, this kind of master dwarf that was kidnapped, was perhaps not there at all and was perhaps here instead.
Well,
we went to the wrong fire giants and killed the wrong fire giants.
I think you found out about this kidnapped dwarf at that fire giant stronghold, so you went to the right place for some other reason I can't remember.
Okay, cool.
But you also
Yeah.
just kind of went, oh, we rescued this. You're a dwarf. We heard about a dwarf that got kidnapped. Job's done. You're free now.
To be fair, if I remember correctly, he didn't correct us. He was just like, "What? Okay."
You're now
Well,
thinking
because
back.
he probably thought that otherwise we would have killed him like we killed everyone else.
You're thinking back and realizing that he might have been working willingly for the giants, and seeing you murder them all, maybe decided not to say anything about it.
Yeah, I think I would have done the same in his place.
Okay.
All of this
Our whole-
flashes between Yama and
long-
Karu. The kind of like fast forward replay of their time in the Fire Giant stronghold.
Our eyes are just getting wider and wider as we're looking at each other silently, like, and then just like
I've been
looking
waiting
back.
so long for this to come back.
I was gonna say Dan's been sitting on this for so long with this poker face.
I think we like whip our heads back to the giants at the same time, eyes really wide. We're like, so, someone will catch us if you row us?
You'll yell out to them first,
You'll let them know and they'll catch us?
Yeah.
and we'll be fine.
I like to go fast.
Yeah, I think most of the guys are dealing with the
Yeah.
dragon at the moment, but we still have one of the guys is over there kind of watching and is on hand. He'll be able to catch you. We'll just have to throw you one at a time. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And you kind of look over and there's a fire giant over across the way that seems to be taming a bunch of salamanders.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Pet salamander.
Wow.
Oh, what? Oh, maybe not a pet.
No, can't have that one. Well, it does go very well with your aesthetic, Yama.
Right? That's so cool. I think I need a pet salamander.
Well, I'm happy to go first and
I-
test this speedy way.
I think we go at the same time.
We just said he had to throw us one at a time.
Okay, you go first. You can catch me on the other side.
Yeah.
So he's going to throw you, just a heads up, he's going to throw you about 150, 180 feet.
Wow.
From shore to shore. Would you like to take a moment and consider how you're going to get off that island?
Well, you have dimension door, right? And I can actually fly.
I was thinking dimension door.
Okay. I just want to make sure you've thought this through. Because
No, we appreciate you.
We have not. Yeah, my dimension door is 500 feet, so I could get us back from the
easy done then.
the interior.
In fact,
We
I was
can
gonna
pretty-
offer, do you want to try and bring any of the secondary crew with you? But actually, that might make it worse if you can't leave with them.
I think Yama, particularly this moment, this time.
Josh in chat says, "Nah, get stuck over there."
We may
I feel like
just.
Yama and Karu might have considered this, but not Kate and Katie.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, I think Karu is just like whispering to Yama, like, "Look, we got the cape is recharged, so we can back over." I just think we need to know to call it. Like to let go of the dragon if it goes underwater, and not bring us into another. Do you know where I'm getting at? Do you know where I'm getting at? Yama?
Are you telling me not to ride the dragon into the acidic pool of bubbling lava sulfur?
A little bit of calling back to something that may have just happened, where the guy died.
I think I've learned my lesson.
I don't know if you have, so I'm just gonna say, I am. If you don't let go, I am bamping us out of there, and you're just gonna have to deal with it.
It's good for you to check. I think I've learned my lesson, and we have an exit strategy, so I think we're already doing well. I think let's go get some swords.
Yeah, let's at least try.
Yeah.
But yeah, we know how to get home.
Cool.
We're doing this, Dan. We're committing to the bit.
That's cool. I love this. Just want to make sure that you're all happy about it. I mean, look, there is a damaged bridge. I'm not sure if you can see to the far west.
See it, yeah.
Yeah, that theoretically you could maybe run and jump across, but obviously very difficult with all the acid, whatever. All right, so the forge workers kind of take you out, and one of them, cups his hand, kind of yells across the lake itself, and what's some names? Give me some fire giant names.
Yep. Thomas. You said Steve.
yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Don't get coming at my Thomas. Come on.
I'm just thinking like Thomas.
It's not Thomas, but it's like Tom Ash.
Tom Ash.
It's gotta have like a fire
Tom
thing
Ash.
to it.
Nice.
Tom Ash, we got some more little folk to help out at the forge, or they want to buy something.
We're not slaves.
And you
just a tiny little voice.
What? I'm gonna need you to catch something. 2 somethings. What? Just hold your hand up.
This goes on for like an hour.
Oh no.
So, who goes first?
Me.
Karu. Yama's like hyping himself up. He's doing like star jumps and like running on the spot. Like
so it lifts you up and just hurls you across this acidy lake.
As Karu's going across, his tentacles are like up in the air just like this, and he's just like as he goes across.
Yep. Give me a con saving throw with advantage. Just I want to see something.
Oh, you want to see something?
Just want to see something.
Oh my god, what did you just roll? Hang on, I have to roll another one. Oof, take that first one.
So you succeeded, you would have succeeded, but you're traveling too fast for this to really be an issue. I'm going to say you only take 4 points of acid damage as you go flying across. You think if you were going slower, would have been much, much worse. On a meta level, I'll tell you, a creature that starts its turn within 10 feet of the water's edge or anywhere in the air, 100 feet above the water, has to make a con saving throw, taking 6d6 acid damage on a failed save. If you start your turn submerged in the water, it will be 12d6.
Yikes. Well, I'm not planning to get in the water, so not unless he did.
We're never planning to get into the water.
True. I mean, but my hit points went up, like because of the level up, so I'm fine.
Yama, you're next. You are lifted. You're kind of hefted and thrown across as well. I'm imagining the sound of just like the wind whipping at your hobgoblin ears. I'll get you to make a con save as well. Oh, critical hit. I'm gonna say you take no damage. You're just there's a sonic boom around Yama that just parts the air. How does
it's probably him screaming.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Amazing. I love because it like Yama got thrown after Karu. Like Karu kind of like lands and he has like a split second. He's like brushing himself down and he just hears and then yeah, there's like there is a sonic boom crack as Yama gets like thrown.
Excellent.
That was fun.
That was cool. I can see why
cool.
they opt for that as the mode of transportation.
Yeah,
So
it was very quick.
You were put down on a wide dirt path that seems to be sloping on this craggy island, connecting the shore to the south to a towering stone structure on this island's northern tip. Standing in the middle of the road is a broad-shouldered giant who's just caught you with dusky skin and flaming red hair. This is clearly Tomash, and they wear intimidating armor made of jagged lava rock and wield a searing scepter. And there are a number of serpentine creatures, seemingly also kind of made of fire, slithering to join their side. What purpose do you have here at the Star Forge, soft skin? And you can see they have what appears to be sort of a giant velvet-lined bag on their hip. And that, sort of a giant purse, effectively, on their hip, as well as, this big fire staff, etc.
Firstly, good friend, as Yama wipes himself off. Great catch. Thank you for your work.
Why did those idiots throw you at me?
Well, I think they didn't quite know what to do with us. We are customers, you see, here to perhaps place a commission.
Now, on a meta level, is this a lie?
No, this is not a lie. We really just want some swords.
I ideally want my swords mashed together. So that I have one very powerful sword.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check, Yama.
Yeah, please, Yama, don't make it be me.
Yama's time to shine. Let's see. What is it? Oh.
A kind of raised eyebrow from his fire giant as they look down at you and go, okay, money up front, and just holds out their hand in what is clearly like an extortion tactic. By their stance, you can tell that if you hand that money over, you're not getting anything in return.
Yeah, Karu's like, you're not the forger though. You're the catcher.
Yeah,
you're just the catcher.
Yeah.
I think you'll find that I'm the splatter. It's like a bouncer, but harder.
Nah. That's annoying. I mean, we can just go elsewhere, I guess. Maybe this place isn't as cracked up as it,
Yeah, we heard all these good things, but I mean, I guess maybe Brimskara isn't the best. Definitely not great customer service.
No. I mean, the ride over here was fun. But
that was fun.
We're not giving you money.
Yeah, we might just I guess we might just bamf out of here.
Yeah, got things to do.
They kind of cross their arms, their big gianty arms, and are like, "Oh, you can go tell that Brimskada is not the best. I mean, you can go tell her that yourself if you like. I think that would be very.
Oh, okay, yeah,
cool. You're letting us go past. All right,
yeah.
We'll
go let her know.
We'll be on our way then.
Thank you.
Tomash yells after you, or like past you, I guess, as you start walking up to the proper forge. Brim, we got a couple of tire kickers. And the kind of the salamanders, even though they don't have the intelligence of people, seem to slither their tongues as if laughing at you, like hyenas. Continue to walk up.
What's a tire kicker? Like, this is Karu. He's like, I don't know that lingo.
That's actually a really good point. I don't think tires are invented, but would there be a wheel kicker?
Wheel kicker, yeah. But
yeah.
even that, like, we have wheels in the ocean.
Yeah,
Karu's just like,
point. Yeah.
how would you kick a wheel?
Yama is like now explaining what a wheel is. That's when like walking up here.
I can see why that would be useful on land. Well, not so useful in the water because, just
And
floats.
probably not so useful around all this acid either, which is probably what they intended. I don't know.
Yeah, but also, why would
Guess
you
we'll
kick a
find
wheel?
out.
Yeah. Huh. Weird. That guy was weird.
As you make your way up, there are 4 50-foot tall pillars of red stone standing before the wide archways of the Star Forge's south wall. Rune stones embedded in the pillars radiate white light, giving the impression that the pillars are streaked with glowing veins of magma. One pillar glows notably brighter than the others. A runestone halfway up the brightly glowing pillar is cracked.
Mm.
And as you get closer, you just hear like the loud like ting, but it's, for someone larger to be a ting. For you, it's like tong, tong, like of, something being hammered on an anvil, and occasionally the large whoosh of steam. And how are you holding up, Karu, in this heat, dry heat?
I think Karu looks a little sucked in. A little it's not his normal juicy self. He's a little definitely he's not doing good.
Mm-hmm.
I would say. I think he's a bit like, he's sweating profusely, but also he looks very like parched.
Yeah.
Not having a good time.
As you approach, you can see these archways on the southeast and west walls venting scorching heat from this high-ceilinged forge chamber. The heat comes from a blazing furnace set in the north wall. An enormous anvil, 30 feet wide, 10 feet tall, dominates the chamber's center. Kneeling atop the anvil is a begoggled, middle-aged dwarven magma dwarf hammering together pieces of metal. The dwarf wears a glowing shackle around one ankle. The shackle is attached to a long metal chain wrapped around the anvil's base. Looming in the chamber's corner is a partially constructed war machine of stone and steel, shaped like a giant warrior. You can also see a heavily armored giant with iron grey skin and brassy hair. She's hammering a piece of red-hot metal at the anvil, and like the dwarf, she wears dark-tinted goggles to protect her eyes from the blinding light of the furnace.
Ooh. I think Yama's gonna come in and slather on some compliments. And I don't know whether she notices, but he's just complimenting the hell out of her. I think, like, wow, this is like great work. I've never seen such beautiful craftsmanship. He's like gesticulating and overblowing it, I guess.
As you sort of step into and through this wave of heat, you're gonna have to push in here. It will take another con saving throw to like sort of force your way into this heated room.
Karu gets a +3 from me being nearby this time.
Okay.
Ugh. I wish I had a +3. I got a 10.
Woo! I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Great job.
So as you go, Karu, you're probably like just behind Yama. So there's like a blast of heat, but you can kind of feel that you're in this like slipstream of cool air behind him. So Yama, you catch the full force of that, which is going to be 22 fire damage, and you are blinded for a few seconds.
Wow.
Trust. Yama's like, wow, this is such magnificent. Oh shit.
Yeah. You're able to kind of push yourself in, but you've obviously like taken that brunt of heat, and I think it maybe kind of slows down after a few moments of hammering. The giant kind of looks up, and the dwarf looks up and kind of looks over to you, and they kind of raise their goggles to look at these tiny men that have entered. Here's the dwarf.
Yeah.
Whoa. He looks crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep. Cool beard.
So I guess the ringing of metal kind of stops, but there's still kind of that like humming thrum of the last hit, right? And most of your compliments have been cut off by the loud noise, being hit by heat in the face, and then like going blind.
Yep.
Like shielding your eyes. But you can walk in and continue. You seem to have her attention. She's like looking down at you, kind of peering down, her eyes adjusting to the light that is bathing you right now.
I think he's like talking big. Now he knows he's got like her, like at least some of her attention, and he's like, Brimskada, we have heard wonderful things. We're here to commission some work from you. Perhaps you would have 2 new customers if you're open to it.
She says, we're in the middle of a big project at the moment, and she points back up at the even bigger metal machine behind her.
Is this perhaps something to use against some red hand goblins who've been going around spouting nonsense and trying to cause trouble?
Oh, for a start, sure. I mean, they've we're more worried about wiping out the dragons that they ride. I mean, anyone who allies themselves with dragons, obviously, they got to go.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, after that, we heard that there was some soft skins that killed our king and queen, so we were probably just going to go and sort of raise a bunch of islands until we got kind of some revenge for that. We heard.
Yep, they sound like monsters.
Yeah, there was like there was some sort of pirate apparently who killed a defenseless hydra. Just like a pet hydra, just absolutely slaughtered it, and freed all the workers with the imprisoned workers with jobs.
Yeah, that all sounds terrible. We're also we've just killed a dragon actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And she slides her hand over to you, like it's the biggest fist bump. It's like bigger than your body. This fist bump.
Yeah, I think Yama's really grateful for his like gauntlet right now, as he totally bumps fist with this, and his whole fist is probably like one of her fingers or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she puts out rather than a fist bump, she ends up like turning it into one finger so that your fist can like tap the front of her finger.
We took out the dragon of Nocta the Reaver, some hoity-toity general in the Red Hand army. He has unfortunately escaped and is on the run, so we're trying to seek him out, seek out the rest of their kind. We're actually rallying some allies to protect Brindle a bit further to the east, so that we can push back the hobgoblin horde and fight back the dragons.
Brindle. Okay, so we should go there after we wipe out the dragons. You reckon that'd be a good spot to go? and get some revenge, or
Wait, why would you want revenge?
No, that's get revenge against who? The hobgoblins for raising dragons.
no. There was these pirates that killed King Snur,
Oh, they won't. Like,
and Queen Fruppy.
yeah, but like, why would they be?
There's
criminals?
definitely
You said
definitely
that's
no
where, like, the people were gonna
pirates.
be.
The people, not pirates.
Yeah, pirates are definitely not honorable enough to help in this protection of Brindle.
Right, I get you small
scallywags.
people. I get small folk confused a lot.
Okay.
That's
But we're not
that's fair.
pirates.
We all
We're
look
just
the
people.
same.
Yeah. Oh.
We're like doubly sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, good thing it's hot because we're sweating.
Yeah, the jig would be up.
Do you guys want to give me some deception checks at this point? I think this would be fun. Or if you have something else in mind, but that kind of aids your...
I playing a deception card. Let's get that -1 going.
Yeah, second natural 20 of the day.
Woo!
I got a 4.
We keep swapping.
Yeah.
So I think the fire giant, her attention is like fully on Yama, right? And she sees you wearing like this nice golden armor. It's reflecting the light really well. You know, it's obviously of a good make. And he's like he's the bigger of the two of you. So she's like looking at him. Karu, your face betrays everything, but she doesn't catch it. The dwarf does though. And you can see him looking at you like eyes wide. And like he's kind of like looking down at
like help me eyes.
Yeah, like the chain on his ankle kind of thing, like
Karu's like also trying to communicate like what you want. You a slave? You prison? Want to? Yeah.
Wordlessly, he is like, as the queen and Yama, not the queen, the smith, the fire giant smith and Yama are kind of having this kind of side conversation. Explain, you know, he's explaining the difference between pirates and regular folk, and like how pirates, you know, et cetera, and like still like perfectly navigating around the fact that like she hasn't twigged that he is a hobgoblin. She just like maybe doesn't get it, or is worried that like she'll be biased if she just lumps all hobgoblins in together, like everyone else seems to have when they've met you, and you're kind of like navigating that thing. I think with a natural 20. I mean, Yama, bit of a ladies' man.
Oh yeah.
Maybe this big lady, kind of like, oh man. It's a bit of like a donkey and dragon kind of situation, I think.
Oh my god. I think Karu would absolutely use this opportunity when he's like, yeah, good on you, Yama, to maybe like stealth a little bit closer to the dwarf. I'm happy to do a roll to see if I actually do stealth successfully, but sure. To like I want to go and talk to this guy.
Yeah. Love this.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 12.
Let's see. She's very enamored with Yama currently. Yeah. So she thanks to Yama, like Yama's maybe laying it on a little bit thick. What's Yama doing to kind of keep her attention right now?
He's maybe like he's pulled out his sword, like he's showing off his sword to her, like he's like, oh, this is, you know, it's been my family for generations, like the handiwork is just divine, but I'm sure that, you know, yours is even better, like I've heard so many good things. And yeah, he's just like shining, you know, he's, you know, like doing in the Transformers where he's like, I just installed this like shiny ball that reflects the light and hit the muscle. Anyway, yeah, that's what Yama's doing basically.
I love that. So she's like, yeah, looking at the amazing craftsmanship. You know, she's like pulled out a you know, one of those like jeweler monocle things to kind of like look at it more closely, and is like seeing the wording on it. I think there's probably not a similarity, but like I would like to think that like goblin and giant maybe has like an ancestor language somewhere. You know what I mean? Kind of like Latin, like French and Italian.
Yep.
And Orcish. You know, it's like it's kind of in that same. You know, comes from that
Yep.
same
I like
region.
that.
So she can see some of the make out some of the characters or some of the kanji or whatever that's on the sword, and she can't read it completely maybe, but like she gets like bits and pieces of it. It's like, oh yeah, oh excellent craftsmanship, etc. She's like, oh yeah, I can see these bits here. There's space for more, but they aren't. It's you know it's not complete. You know, is this sort of like, and you know she's kind of asking you questions about that. I think with your natty 20 from before, and the fact that have her rapt attention, you start getting into her into a conversation about improving. You know, what can she do? You're obviously a great craftswoman. Like, you know, what's and on a meta level, I'll say that she can kind of effectively upgrade a weapon you guys have to a +2 weapon. Or potentially craft a +1 suit of armor, or like augmented armor to get +1. If you have obviously like a sword that can awaken, or you know have another stage to it, there's probably like you know she could probably do that as well, right? Like kind of push it to that next level. Combining weapons, maybe I think the final product would still be a +2 weapon, Karu, for what you're trying to do. And I don't think you'd get the best, like, I don't think it'd be you get everything both swords can do. I think that'd be wild, and I would be setting myself up for failure. Your sword can disintegrate and cast lightning and whatever, right?
Where?
So we would have to deal with that on a case-by-case basis of what that would look like. Yep. But I think the final product would be a +2 weapon. To get, you know, or she can do maybe some kind of other rare magic item that you can convince her to do, but just to get your mind turning in the kind of outcomes you can get from this. It will cost. She'll probably, depending on how the negotiations go, there'll probably be a cost to this as well, and a time cost. So for her to create this thing will take time, and is it you're essentially giving up potentially some victory points for some on the battlefield strength, right? So just to give you that kind of meta context. Karu, you sidle over as only the best eel boys can. And maybe you kind of get yourself in between, you put the anvil between you and the forge so that, like, you know, you're protected somewhat from the heat, and you're kind of in the shadow of it to snoop around and whatnot. And the dwarf is like sitting there now because he's still on top of the anvil and you're like on the ground level. So he's kind of like sitting, feet dangling over and looking down at you. And between you and him is like the chain that's holding him there because it's tied to the base of the anvil.
Yeah, so I kind of sidestep up and then go around a bit, and I look up at him, and then I look at the chain, and then I'm just like silently.
He's like looking down that and is like, yeah, but then he's like, you know, pointing back at her like, and then makes like a, you know.
yeah. And Karu's like, yeah. And then he gestures to him, and he's like pointing, and he's like, like, do you run? And then he's like, can you run fast or are you slow?
And he's like, and looks down at his tiny dwarven legs.
His little legs.
And then Karu goes, and then you see Karu kind of go, oh my god. And metagame, Karu realizes he can't dimension door two people with him. And if he was to free this dwarf, they would have to run, and he's not gonna leave Yama. So he kind of goes like,
I think this is a great cliffhanger potentially to leave us on
Yep.
to think about.
Yeah.
As Karu is
Sunken
like,
plan.
yeah. Yama's like organizing maybe an order of like, and Karu's like,
Because this was his plan.
Karu's like looking at this adamantine chain and is like, oh, this could be tough to cut through. I'm gonna have to use my special sword maybe or whatever. You can see a lock on there, but you're like, fuck, we didn't bring the lockpick guy. You look up, she's wearing the key like on her belt, on a pouch like on her belt. You can see the key up there. And you're like, oh, we didn't bring the steel guy, the thief guy either, who's also the lockpick guy.
Really didn't account for potentially rescuing a dwarf, basically.
Sure. And all of that, like, whilst you're kind of having this quiet / silent conversation with Felden, the fire dwarf, he's like picks up his like little hammer and kind of motions to like as if to to the big colossus as if to break it, and he's like, after a little while of like, hand signals and conversation, you kind of get the idea that like he would like to destroy that before leaving.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
To add another wrinkle into whatever it is you're trying to do.
Yeah, and it blows, and Karu is like, "What?" Like, and maybe. Okay, I kind of like this as a narrative thing, even though this like as this is the cliffhanger. Kate, this does kind of stuff us a bit if you're down with it, though. Yeah,
well, I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah,
so I'm not going to confirm nor deny.
Why don't you just like come along for the ride? You can say no, it's fine. I will just say what I'm thinking, which is like when he's like destroy. I like to think that Karu forgets that he's supposed to be quiet, and he's like, "What? Why would you want to destroy it?" That's what I'd like to do.
Excellent. Love that. Excellent spot to end it on. With Yama kind of flirting with Grimskada, the fire giant smith. Karu potentially organizing some kind of prison break with Felden, the magma dwarf. A half, 3/4 completed runic colossus overlooking them in the Starforge itself. The heat is on, pirate captains. May our tall tales please you. We'll be back next week, maybe with Pauly. Maybe Pauly can bring the ship flying over the horizon or something to pull these two idiots out of the frying pan before they drop themselves into the fire. Either way, I think it's going to be great. I think the town of Brindle is in safe hands, and we'll catch you all next week. See ya.